Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Hearthstone TIGNL. It's time for another arena run, I think. Our last run, we got blown out by that priest 5-3. Did alright. This week, we got a Shaman, Priest, Paladin. And let's see, I feel like I've done the Paladin and I've done the Priest, so let's go Shaman. Plus, Shaman is the one I've done the best with so far, so I feel pretty good about that. Okay, so we've got Mana Addict, Lava Burst, and Questing Adventurer. With Lava, I think I'm going to go Lava Burst. I mean, if I have to choose between a spell or a thing that depends on having a spell to work, then I'm going to go with the spell in the first place. And the Questing Adventurer is alright, but that's for a later choice. Okay, Unbound Elemental, Oasis Snapjaw, Stone Tusk Boar. Well, since I just got myself Overload, Unbound Elemental makes sense. Oasis Snapjaw, Direwolf Alpha, or Frostwolf Grunt. You know what? I don't have any taunt yet, so I think... I mean, I can pop a totem for taunt, and that makes the Direwolf Alpha better. The Oasis Snapjaw is only really good in either Hunter decks or in... people who can buff it properly, and you don't generally have a lot of buffs for Shaman. So let's go with the Frostwolf Grunt. Okay. Frost Shock. 1 damage to an enemy character and freeze it. 1 cost taunt, or summon 2 critters. Let's see. I kind of like Frost Shock, but it's a delaying tactic at best. I think I want to put critters on the board, because if I can score a Bloodlust, critters on the board is what ends games. Alright, Imp Master, Gadgetzan Auctioneer, or Manatide Totem. Imp Master's not bad, especially with Bloodlust. Like, if you can actually keep the imps alive, but I feel like this is a major bullet magnet. Like, people just go after this quick. And you kind of have to hope that you can pop totems to make it worthwhile. So, we've either got the Gadgetzan Auctioneer, and I've got 1 spell so far, or the Manatide Totem, which is a guaranteed card. I think we're going to go with the Manatide Totem. Alright, Silence, Battle Ironbeak Owl, the Fire Elemental, or the Argent Squire. Well, I don't have anything high up on my mana curve yet, and honestly, 2 and 3 damage is just really good. I'm just going to have to hope to gosh I get some silence in the future here. Alright, summon 2 critters, Tarn Warrior, or some taunt. Wow, I'm really heavy on the 3s, but that's all they give me. Alright, let's grab more taunt. It's kind of crappy taunt, but it's taunt. Okay, give a friendly minion plus 2 attack, Totemic Might, or Wind Fury. So, I think we're going to go with Wind Fury. I'd rather have 2 attacks. I don't have any 1-drops yet, and I only have 1 spell. Though, I'll probably start taking spells in the future here. Okay, so we've got Kobold Geomancer, Worgen Infiltrator. Magma Rager just dies too easily. It's so hard to keep that protected long enough for it to do damage. It's not worth it. Let's see. Worgen Infiltrator or Kobold Geomancer? Let's grab the 1-drop. See if we can drop into that early on. Okay, Ancient Mage. Give adjacent minions plus 1 spell damage. They are really trying to give me spell damage here. Let's see. Each player draws 2 cards, or the Divine Shield Taunts, which is what we are going to take. Whenever one of your other minions... So, Cult Master, Shattered Sun Cleric, or Dragonling Mechanic. Whenever one of your other minions dies, draw a card. Give somebody plus 1. Summon 2 dudes. I think we're going to go with the Cult Master because I've got enough little things like totems and that kind of thing that I should be able to get some decent card draw out of that. Okay, the Stormpike Commando does a guaranteed 2 damage, the Ogre Magi is plus 1 spell damage, and then the Jungle Panther is also pretty well guaranteed 4 damage. They're super heavy on the 3 drops, aren't we? Like, I feel like I can probably flood the board with 3s here, somewhere down the line. I think what I want for this is... I think I want the Ogre Magi. It's... 4 health is pretty decent. Though I do like stealth. Because it's guaranteed damage. Plus if I can Bloodlust in there, or maybe, yeah, we'll go with the stealth. Alright. Vengico Mercenary, Magma Rager, Stormforge X. Given how many 3-drops I have, that's not the worst card, because it's a nice high damage, and it's going to make most of my stuff 6-drops, which means I can still kind of play stuff. But for somebody who's probably going to be trying to flood the board, I think that's the best. So let's grab something that gives me some overload. They keep making me choose between silence and other things. Alright, I have no silence yet, so I kind of have to take the Spellbreaker. Thrallmar Farseer just dies, and the Wind Speaker is good in that he gives somebody better his Wind Fury, but I have no silence yet, and I can't run a deck with no silence. That doesn't make any sense to me. Okay, so... Booty Bay Bodyguard, Ogre Magi, Totemic Might. Totemic Might is alright, but I haven't gotten a whole lot of my regular buff totems yet. I'm not overly fond of the Booty Bay Bodyguard, just because his 4 health, he dies really easily. I know I said 4 health was alright on the Ogre Magi, and for a spell power damage, or for a spell damage card, it is alright. But for a taunt card, that low health just means it dies, and maybe you trade 1 card for it, but usually you don't. So I think here we're going to go with the Ogre Magi and hope for better taunt down the line. Alright, Dread Corsair, Stone Tusk 4, or Flame Tongue Totem. Flame Tongue is the obvious choice because everything else is dumb. Dust Devil, Rockbiter Weapon, or Hex. I don't have a Hex yet, so we're taking a Hex. Because Hex is just freaking useful. Frost Shock, Lightning Bolt, Silverback Patriarch. I already have a lot of 3 kind of low-cost taunts. So I think we're going to take the removal with the Lightning Bolts. Plus, hopefully I can get my Unbound Elemental out there and do some good with that. Alright, the Harvest Golem, the Earthshock, the Kobold Geomancer. I think here I want the Earthshock. Earthshock is really nice against Divine Shield, like low-cost Divine Shield. Plus it's silence, and I just need more silence. Pint-Sized Summoner, Twilight Drake, Knife Juggler. We're going to go with the Knife Juggler, because I have the ability to create a minion on the fly. Okay, restore a minion to full health and give it taunt, so Ancestral Healing, Raid Leader, or Wisp. Not going to bother too much with the Wisp. Raid Leader is pretty good for giving totems attack, and... usually, with this deck, I don't have anything that's got so much health that I'm like, oh man, I really want to restore all the health to that thing, so... I think we're going to go with Raid Leader here. Alright, Youthful Brewmaster, Wind Fury Harpy, or Earthshock. Wind Fury Harpy's not a bad card, and I do need some high-end cards here. I like Earthshock, but I've got 2 silence at this point. Yeah, let's try out the Wind Fury Harpy. We'll see if nothing else, she's a good bullet magnet. Okay, so Stormpike Commando for 2 damage, Totemic Might for 2 health, or Oasis Snapjaw. I've got 2 totems I can have, so it's between the Totemic Might or the Stormpike Commando. The Totemic Might can really make it hard to kill some of my stuff, like, can really get me out of most AoE range. So the Totemic Might not be a bad idea. On the other hand, the Stormpike Commando is guaranteed 2 damage, so it can be really good removal. I have not seen a Bloodlust yet. I'm really hoping I pull one, because I've got a lot of minions in here. I'm really heavy on them, and without Bloodlust, a lot of these minions are going to be kind of crap. So I think we go with the guaranteed damage. Alright, Windspeaker, Wind Fury, or Totemic Might. So it's down to whichever Wind Fury I want, and I think I want the one that gives me a minion on the field afterwards. Okay, Rockbiter Weapon, Harvest Golem, Elven Archer. So that's a guaranteed 1 damage, but this can be +3 to anybody. I think we're going to go with the Rockbiter Weapon. I've got enough minions right now, I'm not too worried about that. Okay, restore minion. I don't have a lot of high-end taunt. Plus, this can help me recover taunt after a silence. So let's see, we've got Ancestral Healing, Rifleman, or Archer. I think we're gonna go with Ancestral Healing here. Alright, we've got the Mad Bomber, which I just don't like because he will just kill the wrong stuff. That's just the way my luck works. Iron Beak Owl. Sorry about that. And then we've got Earth Shock. I could go with the Iron Beak Owl because at least it gives me a minion on the field. Or there's Earth Shock for the 1 damage. It's between these two. I think I just like Earthshock more, plus if I've got my Ogre Magi out, I can buff that and give it 2 damage. Let's see, Dragonling Mechanic, Elven Archer, Lightning Bolt, Dragonling Mechanic might not be bad, especially if I can get my Flame Tongue Totem out there between them. But I also like the Lightning Bolt. Again, I've got that Unbound Elemental. I can try to make some Overload work. Yeah, I think I'm going to take more removal. I've got plenty of minions at this point. I just really need removal. Speaking of, Forked Lightning. So, Loot Hoarder, River Crocolists, Forked Lightning, Crocolisk. Forked Lightning. Okay, so the River Crocolisk is... I'm looking at my card draw. I've got the Cult Master, and I've got the Mana Tide Totems, so... Card draw's not great. I don't have a lot of options for it. But Forked Lightning is really good removal, so... I think I'm going to go with Forked Lightning. Okay, and this is my last card. Awesome. Emperor Cobra, Ancient Mage, or Light Warden. Well, Ancient Mage can give me more spell damage, and I actually do have kind of a lot of low-level removal spells in here. So I think because, okay, the Light Warden only goes when a character is healed. I think that's everybody on the board, but it still means I have to be facing off against somebody who can heal on the regular, because I can't guarantee a heal to get her buffed up. Emperor Cobra will destroy any minion, so that's pretty useful. Also kind of becomes a bullet magnet. Ancient Mage means I can turn a couple of totems into spell damage cards, so I think we're going to go with the Ancient Mage. Alright, that is my deck. I did not score a Bloodlust, so this one's going to be a challenge. Alright, let's see if we can't get something going here. Go find our first opponent, see how this deck plays. My guess is not very well. But it's a lot of minions, but I don't have the power behind it to really make that killing blow. So we'll have to see how this plays out. I think my totems are going to be kind of integral, but I've got enough minions on the side, and maybe with all of my removal I can actually pull things out. Alright. Why not a roughed up rogue? Well, maybe I am getting a roughed up rogue.
Watch your back.
Okay, what do we got here? I'm gonna throw the Cult Master back, as well as the Lava Burst. I can't imagine something with 5 damage super early that I want to kill. I know I've got a bunch of minions, and I'm not going to get any of them. Alright, good stuff. I think turn 1 we coin into the Stormforged Axe. Okay, perfect. And then we end our turn. It's more useful to bonk anything he puts out than it is for me to worry about it. Next turn I can, ooh, I can Fork Lightning. Or
Drink with me, friend.
Earth Shock something, I don't know. Excellent. Okay. So, I'm just gonna bonk you. That's where Riddy is. And I don't really have a one-cost play, so we're gonna end the turn. I don't think I should have coined into that. Oh well.
May my ancestors
See what he does this turn. He's got 4 health, so I think he's alright. We'll play the Unbound Elemental. Hope that he can't kill him this turn, because then I can, if he plays like one more minion, I can Fork Lightning and then kill this Tauren. It's kind of going to depend on the damage he does. Or he could just assassinate him right now. Damn it. Alright, I guess I should have waited a turn so I could guarantee his, Alright.
For the crusade!
Crap. Crap. Okay, so... I can kill that off... Ugh. Well, I can either take 3 damage, bop off the Divine Shield, then Forked Lightning to kill them both, and then put out my own taunt. Yeah, okay, I think that's probably the best. Oh, crap, no, I can't do that because that's a taunt. I'm dumb. Ugh. Alright, so I guess we just do it in reverse order. That's annoying, but whatever. Alright, now I have a taunt of my own up. Excuse me. So now I've got my own low-cost taunt, and we see what he does here. Furkalik. Could be cheap.
Trust
Yeah,
the pirate's code.
That's no good. Ah, craps. Okay. So now we got a pirate out. Pirate I can't really kill. Well, no, I could. I could Earth Shock it. That just seems like a waste, though. Alright, what we're gonna do instead is... Let's play our... Alright, that dies immediately. I can Earth Shock him and then kill him. That Overload's really kind of got my... down. Alright.
What you want?
Play this guy.
Elements guide me.
Do I want to Earth Shock him so that he definitely dies? I've got 2 Earth Shocks, so... Also, he's a +1/+1, so yes. Because he has a...
Job's done. There's little time.
Alright. Now, if he did have another pirate in his hand, he can't deal with it, and he's also got, he can't kill that with his dagger, so he's got a bit of a choice on his hand, as it were. The only problem is that I'm actually getting real low, so...
Go ahead. Make my day.
Okay. So, I don't think the Stormpike can hit a stealthed character. So we play this out. And then we play out this. We put him over here, not that it's going to do me much good.
Feel the power.
We give him Wind Fury.
Time. Time for killing.
For a nice 8
Time for
damage.
killing.
That's somewhat of a waste, but I think it's kind of all I can do right now. I mean, he's got his Patient Assassin out, but he's going to have to take that 4 damage hit in order to get past my taunt if he wants to use the Patient Assassin on somebody else. Which he can do. He's got plenty of health. Yeah, okay, so now he takes out my Flame Tongue Totem. And then still gets to take out my Wind Speaker, which sucks, but what are you going to do? Go ahead. What do you got? Ah. Okay, so he clears the board. Gives himself a dagger back. And then, does he take that out? He ought to, because it's a powerful card, and it's not like... Yeah, there you go. It reveals your guy, it's fine. That is not powerful enough to be worth a hex, so we play this guy out. Make sure you only get a 1-for-1. And we drop a totem. Ooh, that worked out. Alright. So now... we've got a taunt down. I'm really looking forward to Garrison.
Or both.
Damn it. Alright. So, yeah. There goes that Cult Master. I can hope I pull my own Cult Master, or maybe a lot. Alright, let's pop a totem and see what I get. Spell power. Then Ogre Magi. Yeah, okay.
Job's done.
Yeah, alright. So I could do 7 damage to him, but I don't feel like that's gonna help too much. Hey, alright. And there goes any card disadvantage he may have had. Though that kind of spends an entire turn filling his hand up. So you do that, and then do you trade out for the Ogre Magi, or do you keep the,
I feel icky.
Alrighty. Just go straight for me. Okay. I'm pretty much okay with that. That's 7, that's 5, so that's 12 damage, and he's dead. So... one of those. One of those. And one of those. That was the luckiest frickin' draw. Like, that was literally the luckiest frickin' draw. If he had killed off my Ogre Magi, I would not have won. So, yeah, that draw was stupidly lucky. But you know what? I will absolutely accept luck in this. So, starting off strong. Starting off strong. We got a 1-0. Join me next time. We'll see if I can't get myself all the way up to 2-1. Maybe 1-3. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. If you liked what you saw, hit the like and subscribe buttons, because that way I know you liked it. And it helps me out. So, thank you very much. I'm looking forward to next time. Bye.